Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, January the 11th, 2025. We are in the town of Washington, and we're about to get on the trail here in a few minutes. If you're watching this early this year, you haven't missed any videos. I'm skipping for the time being days 6 through 23. I haven't recorded them yet. The weather's been difficult up in North Louisiana. They had snow and ice earlier this week, and it's been very wet and mushy up there. So to kind of change things up, we're going to be hiking a section today in South Louisiana. And this is a brand new route that I just came up with just a couple of weeks ago. It's going to be the Bayou Courtableau route. So when you go to the map, you'll see the town of Washington, and the main route goes north towards Palmetto. Then just east of that is where you hook up with the Atchafalaya Levee section. Well, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be walking 15 miles, which is basically a straight shot from Washington to the levee section at US Highway 190. We're going to be cutting through the town of Port Barre, where we're going to stop and take a break there. It's about 9 miles in, and then we'll finish our walk from there. So it should be a really exciting walk today, and I'll show you the trail when we get there. So we're now back on trail. You come in from this direction on day 23. If you want to take the Palmetto route, you would turn and go north on Louisiana Highway 110. We're going to go in this direction on Louisiana Highway 103, and we'll be on this for about 2 miles. We're about 2 miles into today's hike. We're getting off of Louisiana Highway 103, and you can see the road we're getting on now. It's Rain Road. We're gonna be following this now for the next 7 miles. It doesn't have a sign for it, but if you cross the bridge, which is Bayou Courtableau, you've gone too far. So we'll be on this for the next several miles. We're now up to the intersection of Rain Road and Roban Street. We're going to go ahead and make a left here on the Roban Street and go a couple of blocks, and turn left at the highway. Two blocks down, intersection of Roban Street and Louisiana Highway 103. The trail continues on in this direction, and we're going to stop just ahead for lunch here at Bork's Supermarket. Just on the other side of Bork's Supermarket, you could see where I took that picture a minute ago, but this is a nice camping area. And this is a really nice spot to come check out because this is historical. You can see straight ahead, right here is Bayou Teche. This is what we crossed right before we got to Bork's Supermarket. And then right here is Bayou Courtableau. That's what we've been following all morning, and we'll continue to do so as we progress for the next 6 miles. And back on the trail, that was the road down there that took us to that camping spot. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to walk across the bridge here over Bayou Courtableau and turn right on East Courtableau Road. We're going to follow that for the next 6 miles. All right, we're now up to US Highway 190, and what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and cross this highway and follow it for maybe a quarter of a mile, and it's going to take us to the boat landing right off of this highway along the Atchafalaya Basin. All right, well, we're about to get off of this and turn here onto Spillway Road. So this concludes the Cajun Prairie section of the trail, and then starting on day 25, you'll continue in this direction, headed southbound to Henderson, and this is gonna basically be the trail for the next 50 plus miles. So we're gonna head back to our vehicles, and I'll give you my thoughts on today's hike. We're back in the town of Washington now. By the way, this is the old schoolhouse. Antique Mall. If you know anything about this town, this is a very popular place to come hang out. A lot of cool stuff in there. So to talk about today's hike, day 24, it was really cool. I really enjoyed that road walk. When we were coming out of Washington, even though it was a state highway, it really wasn't that busy. And then when we turned onto Rain Road, only a few miles in, it turned into gravel. And of course, that's always pleasant. And we had that just about all the way until we got to Port Barre. And then when we got to Port Barre, of course, I showed you Bayou Teche and Bayou Courtableau. And Bork Supermarket's awesome. I picked up a barbecue burger today. I don't talk about food much, but this is one of those days I'm gonna talk about it. The jalapeno sausage cheese bread's really awesome too. So I highly suggest that when you're cutting through, stop at Bork's. And then on the way out, the last 6 miles wasn't bad at all. So that concludes the Cajun Prairie section of the Bayou State Trail. And again, as I record this, it's still January 2025, and I do plan on going back to North Louisiana soon, whenever we can get a weekend where it's not going to rain, which has been the challenge. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again soon on the Bayou State Trail.